later.
Okay.
So the last year, the ORM podcast has been like, I've been putting it out like once a month, like barely, right? And I still put out stuff on the website and I still have stuff on Instagram, but I'm like, the podcast has been limping along because I do all this High Rocks stuff now. High Rocks is like my full-time job, the same way ORM was. So I announced like a month ago, like, hey, I'm going to stop doing the podcast after World's Toughest. And as soon as you said you were in on World's Toughest, I was like, Morgan's going to be my last guest because you were my first one.
No way.
And I was like, it's going to be so perfect. And then you weren't there, but it's still going to work out. Like, you'll be the last guest.
That's crazy, Matt.
As soon as you said it, maybe not as soon as you, because we went back and forth.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I don't know. And then you're like, okay, I'm in. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to. So listen, there's no accidents in this world, Morgan. There's no accidents. I'm going to cry now. But I found a clip from 2013. I couldn't find the fucking 2012 podcast, but I found 2013.
Oh my God.
And I'm talking to you and you're literally about to throw up and it's hilarious. So let me play this for you.
I'm so excited.
I know, right? You should be. All right.
Oh.
All right. Make sure you can hear this. All right. Hang on. Why don't we get us both to appear? Okay. Let me know you can hear this or not. All right, Morgan. So you just did the sixth. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So I'm about to say, Morgan, you're about to do the sixth lap and you're about to throw up. It's great.
I can't wait.
Lap, right? And you might throw up.
I'm good.
It's false alarm?
Yeah. Will you walk with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Where's your tent? Oh, you're not. Your lack of tent.
It's not like a tent.
So you're not going to get anything?
I don't know. I should. Real quick.
You just crossed the 7th lap. So you're about to start your 8th lap.
Okay.
And you're in 6th place.
So I guess I should keep going, eh?
You should definitely keep going.
Okay.
Why do you think you're throwing up?
What happened was I didn't put my wetsuit on. I put it on too late. So what happened was I was getting freezing, not this lap, but the lap before. So I was booking it like I was running the whole time. And I think I just totally overdid it because, I was running until this last lap. And then this last lap I had to walk the whole time because I think I puked about 15 times.
Do you know
frustrating.
Would it make you feel better if I told you that the kid in first is Canadian?
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I think he's from Ottawa.
Okay, yeah, I heard about him. He did a trail race that I did, and he won. He actually, he beat my personal trainer.
Right.
And my trainer told me, I think this dude is going to World's Tough Mudder to win it.
Yeah, his name's Ryan Atkins, and I think he's from Ontario. All right, listen, I hope you feel better. I'll talk to you. So, okay, how amazing is that?
Oh my God, that's so good.
So this Canadian kid, right, is Ryan Atkins, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
We didn't know who he was, but just tell me what went through your mind through that whole thing, like that whole couple minutes there.
Oh my God, just like hearing me talk is hilarious. And like typical Morgan, like that's how I used to race. Like I would just go out way too hot. And it's just funny to hear like the evolution from that clip versus like World's Toughest Mudder this year. Cause like at no point did I really ever feel like how I was talking in that clip to you. But how I was talking in that clip to you pretty much sums up like all of my races because I would hit that point in like every race because I would go out way too hot and push myself and yeah.
So that was your second. It was the third World's Toughest Mudder ever. That was your second, right?
Yeah.
And I think, was it 2012? See, now I'm like, I was about to say, was it you that quit with fat fingers? But that was Curran Colin actually that quit with the fat fingers. So which one was? I can't keep up with all the DNFs and all the craziness. So what was 2012 for you? And I'm sure we've gone through this before, year by year in previous podcasts, but who cares? 2012 for you was what happened?
I think that was the death race. Is
No,
that
I
where I
met
met
you.
you?
Yeah, I met you with the 2012 Death Race, and that's how you wound up on the first episode. But did you not do Worlds that year?
I don't think so.
Okay, so yeah, so 2013 you showed up, and you were like, you were the first person that I know of to just have a little chair and your stuff. There was no tent.
Yeah.
There were no pit crews back then, by the way. And that's one of the things I noticed going back and listening to this, especially in the middle of the night. There's clips of me talking to Ryan, and it's super quiet because there's no pit crews and the music's barely playing. And like Sean Corvell's in bed. And so there's nobody around. But anyway, so 2013, it's funny, we kept talking about laps, not even miles. It was so weird. So that was probably the middle of the night if you had just done 7 laps of a 5-mile course, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think like I remember I think I like drank somebody's pickle juice and like I just hated it. And yeah, I think I just puked everywhere. And I was so underprepared too because like I didn't know about the windbreaker thing yet, like how great windbreakers are. And I remember like halfway through the loop, like emptying like a whole bag of garbage and like taking the garbage bag and wearing it and then like finding some random hat and like putting the random hat on because I was just dying so bad and I was so cold and I hadn't put my wetsuit on yet. Like I didn't know how to feel out the elements yet. And yeah, I thought I was so cool, like rocking up with no tent because I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna run the whole time. But like if I had a tent, maybe I could have just chilled out for a little while and maybe gone back out there. But I just wasn't experienced enough to kind of know that, I think.
Right. I think there was this idea back then of the death race mentality, and like they're not one and the same. We kind of thought they were because it's like, oh, it's this is a day, this is 3 days, and it's about being tough and who's the most mentally tough. And it clearly does take someone being mentally tough, but it also is like it doesn't mean you don't show up with a tent and proper warm gear. But I just want to
Yeah,
know what it's like to hear like a 12 like years ago version of yourself. So how old are you now?
I'm 37.
Okay, so what is it like to hear a 25-year-old Morgan as like a person?
It's kind of surreal. Like it's just wow. And it's just so cool that like I came back to World's Toughest Mudder this year because I just thought, I wasn't sure if I was ever going to come back. And to like hear me, it's like, yeah, I sound like I'm definitely on the struggle bus, but like I loved it. That was such a huge part of my life. And like a huge part of my identity was doing just that.
Yeah, so we joked that when you finally won it, as if like there really is no finally, right? It's like just winning it ever once is amazing, but it was like, oh, because your name was World's Toughest Morgan for so long, and then so was it 17 or 18 you won it?
19.
Huh. So so the last Atlanta year,
Yeah.
and you had I think 3 or 4 or 5 attempts before that. What was the difference? What was the difference in you that year?
My fitness was really good. Like I peaked really well. And it was funny. I wasn't even actually supposed to end up at World's Toughest Mudder in 2019. My goal race was actually the Spartan Ultra World Championships in Sweden. And I made it because they were only 1 week apart. So I thought, okay, I'm going to pick Spartan this year. I'm not going to do World's Toughest Mudder. And then my Spartan race went to shit. For some reason, like my strength has always been obstacles. And in the Sweden race, like I was failing everything. And every lap I was doing like 100+ burpees for the penalty. I was like, this is freaking brutal. And I came in on the last lap before I got medically pulled. And I was just like, dizzy and not doing so great. And like, I think I hit my head on something. And anyways, I just was like a drunk toddler. And they're like, yeah, you're done. And I was just so devastated because I had been, training so hard that entire year. And I came home and I was just like so freaking mad at myself. Like, you suck. Like, I was just like, I don't know. Anyways, I was so mad. And I just remember messaging my friend Jen, and she's like, you know what? I have next weekend free. Let's just go to Atlanta. Like, I'll pit you. You've already trained for this. Like, let's freaking just show up at the start line. Let's tell nobody that you're doing it. And I was like, oh yeah, like let's fucking go. And I remember like literally like we showed up there the night before. I slept on somebody's floor. And then the next morning we got there like 2 hours before the race started. We're like setting up the tent and I see you and you're like interviewing Amelia Boone. And I was like, and, and you looked over at me and I was like, hey. And then I got to the start line and people were just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, weren't you just in Sweden? I was like, yeah, I literally got home, repacked all my shit, and came here. And I think because I had already gotten out all the nerves, maybe in the Sweden race, and like it went sideways, that I didn't have as much pressure on myself. And I was able to like run more to like my own pace and strategy and all of that. And like I just felt so good. Like I just remember the whole race, like I was just in this like awesome zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even remember that one now. I remember Amelia actually went out at like midnight or so, or maybe right after something happened to her. But were you leading like for most of it or part of it? Like I literally can't remember.
Yeah, I was leading for most of it. And I remember like I had enough laps that I was pretty sure that I would place. And my Jen's like, no mercy, like you're going back out there because you don't know. It was the year of the carabiners. So she's like, you don't know how many carabiners, like maybe someone could just like fly. You like, we don't know. You're going out there. And I remember just being like, like so mad at her and just like limping that whole last lap because something in my hamstring was starting to hurt. But it just made it like that much more epic. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you went. Did you go 90 that year?
I think it was 85.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I really used to be able to tell these years apart, and now I can't. I've
They
lost
all
all.
just blend together.
They really do. I mean, because like the
Yeah.
first time in Atlanta, it was like, oh, the freezing one, but like I couldn't tell you who won. I mean, I can because that was like the Chris and Trevor thing, and then it
Oh,
swapped
yeah.
year, right? But again, it would take me a minute to think like, oh, Chris won the first time, and then Trevor won the second time, and yeah, I already forgot. Oh yeah, you won Spartan World Championships in the meantime. You won that was that 17 that you and Josh won the first one in Iceland?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was so cool to see him this year. Because I
Right,
was like, oh my God. Because like I hadn't seen him in so long. And it was just so cool to like see him in Austin and then meet Chris because she's like just like the coolest person ever. And I see her everywhere on Instagram. And then
right.
to like
She's
actually meet her, I was like, oh my God.
kind of ridiculous. So
Yeah.
actually, let me grab my. I bought a coffee and then I forgot it. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, um, when was the last time you showed up to Worlds? I can't even remember.
Yeah, it was 2019 and I haven't been back since.
Since you won it,
Yeah.
you were like deuces.
No, I think I just like I had like so much life happen and then I had my son and then I just got so in my head like I kept wanting to make a comeback, but then I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not trained enough. Like I can't go back unless I feel like I'm going to win." Like just all this pressure and then this year I was just like, "Fuck it." Like I could get hit by a bus next week or something in my life could happen and I'll never be like where I'm at right now in this like present moment. So I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
And
because
so I just went.
I did start asking you like weeks and weeks ago. What did you just wake up with that like feeling of like okay, like there is no time but now, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I had been debating it because you had messaged me about 2 months ago. I had just finished the Rapid Raccoon. It was a 100-kilometer race. And I'd showed up to that race, like honestly, with no training. Like I have a client and I'd been training my client for this race. And they were trying to get more women in the sport. So she's like, hey, I got this free entry that I can give to another woman. They want more women there. Would you be down to run this race with me and help like pace me? And I was like, fuck it, let's go. And like it was a challenge, but we finished it. And I was like, wow, like that's really cool. Like that Morgan is still in there. And then, then you had messaged me and you're like, you should come. And I was like, yeah, okay, maybe I'll come. And then I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't want to show up and really suck.
Well, I want to get to your race thing in a second, and I hope this doesn't sound weird, but the thought I just had was, for those that have been around, you kind of were Chris before Chris. Like, you would do any distance. You're always in a good mood, always smiling. Like, you're a very well liked athlete. That was kind of who you were. Like, before we even,
Aw.
I mean, Chris is just whatever, 10 years younger than you. But seriously, that's kind of like you would like do the death race and then do a sprint. And most people weren't doing that. They were picking one or the other, or doing a ultra beast and then doing whatever. So,
Yeah.
you're kind of the OG there. So let's talk about this one. So first of all, I just want to say that, anytime someone who's a quote unquote contender, not the WTM contender, but just a real contender, and they don't do well or drop out early, whatever, I'm always like, I'm friends with you guys. I'm just like, hey, how'd it go? Because I don't know if you want me to say congratulations or how. And your immediate response when I said, how you feeling? You were like, best time I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was your
Legit.
immediate response to me. So tell me why that was. How you raced
Um,
first. Like, talk to me about kind of like just how it went.
it went amazing. Like I couldn't have asked for a better race or like just a better trip in general. Like it was just so cool because so I really wanted to go on this race and I had a piece of gold that I've been like saving for like 6 years, like a little like nugget. And so I was like, you know what, if I sell this piece of gold, I can afford to go to the UK. So I like went to this like gold shop and I was like, I'm here to sell my gold. And then I got money and I was like, sweet, now I can go to the UK. So I like went by myself and I didn't know, like I got a last minute spot in a cottage with a bunch of people and I wasn't sure, like they said they would help crew me, but like I didn't really know until I met them that they would crew me.
Yeah, I guess
Um
like maybe they don't know what crewing is or how much help I need.
yeah, or they're like really connected to somebody else and like that's who they're gonna help and best of luck to me. Like I just didn't know. You don't really know until like you get there because I hadn't met any of them yet. So anyways, I fly down and I meet them and they're just like the coolest group of people ever. And I was like, oh my God, I miss like World's Toughest Mudder people because you're legit just all there to help each other. It was like, oh, did you know if you wear ninja socks, like you're not going to get crazy blisters on your toes? I'm like, really? And then one of the guys lends me a pair of his socks and I was like, sick. And then I wore those socks the whole race.
You've never done that before?
No.
I learned that one like when we did frickin' Ometepe. I learned that one. Like, that's the first ultra rule. Like, wear these toe socks.
I don't know. I don't know where my head has been, but clearly, like, because when I did the 100K race, like, my feet were just awful. Like, I had trench foot, blisters everywhere, like, horrible, horrible, horrible. I wore these ninja socks and I had like maybe 2 blisters on my feet. I wore them the entire race. So they're amazing and I have to reach out to them and be like, hello, I love your socks. Oh, yeah, what were we talking about? Okay. Oh yeah, how the race went. So the race went amazing because my plan was, okay, first I want to make it like one lap. I want to show up. This is like Morgan's comeback. I'm showing up. I'm going to make it one lap. Then I'm going to try and make it for 12 hours. If I can make it for 12 hours, I can just do that again. And I really wanted top 10. Like I really wanted to make at least top 10. And I figured if I hit 75 miles, statistically, that would probably put me in the top 10. So I figured, okay, I have to like turn off Morgan racing brain. Like I can't race these girls. Like they're really good. They've probably been training for years. Like they've peaked themselves. They know what they're doing. They've got their crew and all their stuff. And they're here to like, they're not here to play. So you're probably not going to beat any of them if you're trying to like race them. So it was kind of cool because like at one point, this was like my favorite lap. There's four of us. And I think we're in like fourth to eighth position. And we're all within like 50 to 100 meters of each other. And old Morgan would have been like, ego, let's go. I'm pushing to the front. Look how fast I am. And then I would die. Like I would push to like beat them for that lap. And then I would pay a very bad price after. So it's kind of cool. Like I just was like, oh, hi, how are you? And like just let them pass me. And I just like kept my pace. And I just did that for pretty much the whole race. Like at no point was I like laboring or exhausted. I just had this like nice cruisy pace. And it was just like a lot of fun. Like it was just great to be like, hey, how are you? What's going on? You know, like that was cool for me. I love that.
And so you finished when? Or what
Uh,
levels did you end up with?
so I got 75 miles and I had time to go out for another lap, but I just didn't want to.
But isn't that one of the best things about getting older? You can just go, yeah, I don't want to do this.
It was so great. Like, so great. Like, I just, you know, in my crew, they're like, go out for another lap. Like, you can do it. And I was like, and push for eighth place. Like, I'm happy with top 10. I'm happy with 75 miles. Like this is, I showed up. Like this is a huge win for me. And I just, yeah, I just don't want to. Like, I'm done. I'm good. I want to roll up into a little ball and lay next to the tent and just die and eat some cookies now, you know? Like,
No, but I think that's so great because even like when you're younger and you get invited to something and like you told them you would go, you'd be like, oh my God, I have, and you know what? Like, I don't go to fucking birthday parties I don't want to go to. You know what I mean? I don't go to holiday parties I don't want to go to. I feel zero guilt. I'm just like, text, sorry, not going to make it. On with my life.
isn't it so amazing? Like, and I've only discovered this since like hitting 35. So like
Right,
35 to 37 has been just like the best part of my life because it's like I'm not doing the things that I don't want to do.
right.
And it's so nice. Yeah.
I think that's great. So, did you win your age group or no? I can't even remember now.
I came in third.
Right. So the difference
Yeah.
would have been like second or third in your age group, probably. Who's three?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Um oh, Heather Boyd
Bodie.
and
She's now
Bodie.
she's now Heather Olson.
Okay.
She was married. She's no longer married. That was years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Heather got 80, I think.
Yeah, there was Heather and then the other girl I was running with a lot. Why am I blanking on her name? Don't tell her I blanked on her name.
It's okay. It's
We
okay.
ran a lot together.
I blank on people's names that I've met for years.
Okay. Yeah.
And what did you think like about like the obstacles and stuff, like coming back for the first time in a while?
They were cool, but like Chunky Monkey was hard. Like that was really hard. And I was super sad. Like I didn't get it. Like I got the like the twister part, and then you had to kind of like pull up to grab the bar. And I didn't get it. And then I realized that the penalty was really easy. And so I kind of stopped trying after that, which is a little disappointing. I know, like it's kind of lame, but when you realize that all you have to do is just jump in, swim, and then fill the little T, it was not that bad versus like beasting like all of your energy expenditure. You realize it's actually kind of more efficient to fail some of the obstacles.
Right.
And I did that same with like Netflix and chill. Like for the first, I don't know, I'd say 5 or 6 laps, I was getting it. And then some guy on course mentioned, he's like, you know, it's actually easier to do the penalty than it is to do the obstacle because you're not going to get like a crazy calf cramp and like it takes about the same time but like less energy expenditure. And then so I started doing that because it was just more efficient.
Right, but at least that one is so the penalty for that was you were did a bear crawl with a wall ball or bear
Hmm.
crawl with a what do you call it? What do you call that kind of ball?
I call it a slam ball.
Slam ball. Like
Yeah.
so it's not fun and it's awkward, but at least it's work. I am on the record as saying silly penalties are dumb. I'm not a fan of Hungry Hippos or Legos or the dirt thing. Like
Yeah.
I get they're trying to be cutesy, but I just don't think it has any place in World's Toughest.
Yeah, I really noticed a difference between like this race versus like 2019. Like in 2019, if you failed Funky Monkey, like you had to drag a very heavy mat for a very long distance. So it made it more appealing to at least try and fail the obstacle versus some of these penalties. It was almost more efficient to do them than it was
Right.
the actual obstacle. That was like the biggest difference that I noticed.
Did you jump over the fire?
No.
Did you skip it altogether or you just went to a non-fire lane?
So I started first by using my bracelet to just bypass that one, and then this guy's like, "Why are you wasting a bracelet here? Like the penalty is just untying knots." It's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you just go up to the top, you stand there for 30 seconds, you come back down and you go untie knots." And I was like, "Are you for real?" He's like, "Yeah, use your bracelet for Lucifer's luggage cuz that one's awful." And I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I went over there and I double checked. I'm like, "Really? Like I don't have to jump off?" They're like, "You don't have to jump off." And I was like, "I don't know. I don't believe you. Like I'm asking the race director after this." And they're like, "Nope, you just have to stand up, come back down, go to the table and untie knots." And like I had just got like my nails done. So I had like really good nails to like undo the knots. So it took no time at all. And for me, that was just like a good race strategy because I hate like fully submerging in water just from so many like world's toughest mutters, like the cliffs of like 35 feet, getting like nosebleeds
Oh
and
my god.
hypothermia. Like it's just to me, if I don't have to and I can just untie some knots, that's what I did instead.
Right, because in Vegas, you had to walk all the way around. Like, that was
It
the
was a
penalty.
serious penalty. And if you were trying to win that race, which I was, like you're jumping off that freaking cliff because it was like a half of a mile.
Right.
And when you're like destroyed, like that really takes like another 20, 30 minutes. And it was like not a nice half mile either. Like it was muddy and like it was just awful.
Right.
But
So
yeah.
when you did finish, when you said, "Hey, I don't feel like it, I'm good with my top 10," were you like, and I think this is my last one ever? Or were you just like, "My last one for a while, we'll see, maybe I'll come back?"
No, I was like, okay, I want to train and come back next year. Like I was like, okay, cool. Like I have the endurance and the stamina and the strength and I know how to fuel. I have all the gear and I was like, this is going to be like the most fun year ahead of me training. Like it really made me realize that there is more Morgan and it's honestly just the best feeling ever because for so long I thought I was done. Like I thought, oh, like I'm just older now. I'm a mom. Like I'm just doing the family and career thing. And I was like, no, fuck no. Like there's still so much time left. And then seeing like the older ladies just completely crush it in that race was just so inspiring that I was like, yes, like this year I'm gonna train. Like that's gonna be my A race is just to go back next year. And I got a lot of work to do. Like the girl who like won, she got 95 miles.
Vicky is like the real deal.
Like the real deal. Like I think I was at like mile 30 and she was already at 50. Like just blowing by me with her brown bib and I was just like, holy shit, she's
I
amazing.
I think Deanna Blegg won the first time when she was like 38 or 39.
She did.
We
Yeah.
thought it was old.
Yeah, we did. And it's not. It's like when you look for like women in endurance sports, like you're peaking in your 40s, like because you just know your body so well. And when it comes down to like a race like World's Toughest Mudder, it's knowing your body. It's like, oh, I feel that chill setting in. It's time for a wetsuit. or I'm going to fuel before I'm hungry, you know? Oh,
Make sure this guy doesn't need this booth that I'm in. Sorry, he just looked over my way. I think I booked it for the right amount of time. Let me triple
and you're
check.
like, get out of here, man.
Hang on, where the heck did it go? Where the heck did it go, eh?
A, A.
You so funny. That's what you said to me in that video. I was like something about how Ryan was doing. You're like, I guess I should keep going, eh? You know what you did for work back then when I first met you?
I think I was coaching. Yeah, I think I was a personal trainer.
You were working at Good Life.
Yeah,
Because it was the
that's
first time
right.
I'd heard it, Good Life. I'd never heard of it before. And then I went up to Toronto for High Rocks, and it was the Good Life Toronto High Rocks. I was like, oh, that's where Morgan used to work.
Oh, that's so cool. You remember that. Yeah. And like I left the industry for a couple years, like because COVID just destroyed everything. And I got an office job and it like sucked out my soul.
They
And
do
now
that.
it really did that. Like I was like, yeah, like an office administrator. So Morgan sitting at a desk for like 10 hours was just awful.
So what are you
Yeah.
doing these days?
So now I'm coaching. I'm coaching again. Yeah. So I do like strength and conditioning classes, personal training, and then sales for the gym.
And what part of Canada are you in now? It's a different
I'm
part or
in
something?
Ottawa. I'm in Ottawa, same part. Yeah,
So you've always been there.
always. Yeah,
You just love Ottawa?
just love Ottawa. It's great.
Um, how close are you to Windsor, Ontario?
Oh, I think that's like 8 hours away.
Okay, not close.
This is not
I'm
that
gonna say
close.
that's where I'm headed up in a few weeks because there's a High Rock sim that I'm going to up there.
Oh, cool.
Did you do Toronto High Rocks or no?
I didn't, but I'm signed up for this Toronto High Rocks. So I'll be going in October. And then I did like a little sim High Rocks the week before World's Toughest Mudder. That stuff's hard.
It is really hard. It's a
Oh
whole.
my
It's.
God.
I mean, I've really enjoyed it. It was I trained basically for ultra. I didn't know this is what I was doing, but basically, I was in ultra shape for kind of a decade, where
Okay.
I did a lot of long, slow miles, and I did a bunch of Spartan races, but they were never competitive. I mean, I was in the elite wave like those first 2 years, I think, just because it seemed fun or whatever, and then
Yeah.
it was just I just ran for fun, and I could hop in a race if someone was like, "Hey, we're doing a marathon or a half or what." Yeah, okay, because I had the shape, and then the last 2.5 3 years, it's been strength training, and I'm kind of really enjoying it. Like I
Yeah.
just never done it, and I've always been like relatively fit, but without ever actually working on strength training. And now I'm like, oh, this is fun. So it's just it's like a new time of my life. And it's like I looked like I did this 57-mile FKT during COVID. And I'm like, I ran 57 miles. Like I can't, like, there's no way I could do that today. Right. But I was you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
just cranking out the miles, you're kind of up for whatever. Cause
Yeah.
like I still have like a half decent base, but you know what I'm saying?
I totally get it. And like the High Rocks, it's such a different energy system. Like this High Rock simulator, I thought, oh, this should be not too bad because instead of running, 1,000 meters, it was 500 meters. I was like, this is gonna be great. Like I'm gonna blow this up. And then I freaking died. Like I died. And like the burpee broad jump's awful. And then you get to the 100 wall balls, which like in the gym was fine. And like I was like, yeah, I like cycled 20, and then it was like I just got hit by a bus, and it was like fives or sixes.
Are you doing singles or doubles in Toronto?
I'm gonna do. I'm doing both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So one day I'm doing doubles with my friend, and then I'm gonna do singles,
All right. Well,
or maybe I have it reversed. Maybe I'm doing singles and then
the
doubles.
way I explain it is doubles is super fun, and you're doing it together, and you're suffering together, and it's like woohoo. Singles is like an ultra beast. You're just slogging fucking through it. Singles is like, oh my fucking god, like it just. So I'm not a big fan of singles, but obviously people want to test themselves that way. That's fine.
Yeah.
But doubles is like you will love doubles so much more. I think.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad I'm doing both because I mean, like High Rocks is everywhere. It's like the hot thing. So I gotta go.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tough Mudder was back in the day. It's like
Yeah.
what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, totally.
Um, so did you see, like, there aren't a lot of us old timers left, you know what I mean? Like Joe Perry is there, but like, did you see a lot of people you recognize or people that remembered you?
Yeah, like I saw Jim. Like he's been around forever. You
Right,
know, he stayed at the top of Everest, and like I was so thankful. And like I remember at one point I was like, I need three of you, like because I'm gonna run and I need two of you to pull me up, and I'm gonna swing my leg around, and somebody else has to grab my leg. And they
right,
were there every lap, so like that was amazing. Um, and there were a few people that were like, "Oh, you're Morgan! Like it's so cool that you're back," and I felt like just so honored that people like knew who I was.
right.
And like this really cool moment, there was like this kid, I don't know, he was probably like 20 or something, and he's like, I'm out here because of you. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I saw you sign up and then I signed up. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I follow you on Instagram. And I was like, what? Like that's so cool. So I like that was like really special.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is the first time I've talked to you since you've been a mom. So how old is he?
He's 3.5 now.
Oh my God.
I know, isn't that crazy? I'm sitting in his room right now. This is like his,
I see this
yeah,
Marvel poster. Uh,
yeah,
do you go to all the movies?
yeah. He loves like Lilo and Stitch, Spider Man. Like, if he wants me to shut up, he's just like, she like sprays me with a web. Yeah, very, very, very
That's
nice.
awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
my kids are older now. They were tiny back then, but now they're big. Like my daughter just graduated high school, and just saying that out loud makes me feel
Oh
old.
my God.
I know.
And how old's the little guy? Because I remember him being little. How old
Yeah.
is he now?
So Jackson is my middle child. He's 16, and then River is 12. Well, he's 11, almost 12. Um,
Wow.
so yeah, like she won't be in the house next year, and I can't even believe it. And like these old Facebook memories pop up all the time. Like, actually, do you remember Haruko? She sent me a picture. She always had the little duck.
Oh, I can't think of that.
He helped me out one year, and then she raced the next year. Um, so like she sent me this picture. Where'd it go? Oh my God. Like she sent me this picture. This is one of the Vegas years. Um, and like this is like 2016, and I could tell because that's when I had blonde hair for a year.
Oh, awesome.
What the hell is this? What the fuck is this? I accidentally took a screenshot of something that I do not recognize at all. It's like the front of somebody's phone.
Oh,
This is so weird.
wow.
That was weird. Um, anyway, so yeah, these random memories show up of like when my kids were tiny. It just makes me feel old. What can I say?
Yeah. Well, is what it is.
All right. Well, listen, Morgan. I think this is it. This is it.
This is it?
This is it.
Oh my God. And this is like your last podcast
Well,
of
here's the thing.
ORM?
I'm still doing the other one, and I do that one twice a week. And I just felt like so many podcasts just kind of slowly die off, or you just look and there's like, oh, I guess they don't do anymore. So I just thought I may as well like do one. And so,
Wow.
um, yeah, there we go.
That's wild. What a chapter.
Right,
Like,
right,
it's just so crazy. Like meeting you at the death race, and Anthony and I were your first.
right,
And we didn't even really know like what a podcast even
right,
is back
right,
then.
right.
And then your like whole career went like, congrats. I
Thanks,
mean, you've done amazing things.
thanks. But it's one of those things that's like you don't know because I was like 40 years old when I started that. Okay,
Wow.
so here I am, like I had another company. I had a staffing company that I hated the same way you talked about, right? So it was
Yeah.
doing okay money wise, some big ups and downs. And I was like, I went to the death race, was completely inspired by you guys, by meeting Joe, by kind of everyone there. And I'd done a couple Spartans and like a superhero scramble or something. And I was like, I don't know. I think I should start a podcast because I like listening to podcasts in my car. And like
Yeah.
that was, it wasn't like I'm going to be the media guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just evolved, eh?
You just never right, and you just never know where life's gonna that's like I said, like one of the advantages of getting older is like you just don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know. You don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah, it's so true. But man, what a cool thing.
Like I said, as soon as you said you were coming, I was just like, oh, well, then that's it. I mean, I'm going to probably do a final episode where I just talk for like an hour about everything, about the whole journey.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the official last guest. How perfect is that, though, Morgan?
That's so cool. I feel so honored. What a it's like we're closing the ring on a watch or something.
We're closing the. All right. Well, listen, we're going to stay pals, though. And you'll message me and you'll be like, hey, I heard about, like, you'll probably still ask me questions and I'll answer them because we're good friends.
Okay. Of course. Yeah. And I'm going to go back next year and maybe I'll be doing the High Roxy stuff. We'll see.
All right. Good talk.
Good talk.
Let me hit stop on record.